live session. It's going to be an incredible session that you'll ever found anywhere. And this session, you are privileged to be here, because this kind of session, people with no degree, no connection, and no tech background will be finding themselves with a certain set of information that no one will be ready to give you. And I know that because I was one of them. So in this session, we are going to break down exactly how you can transition into the tech world with no or zero degree background, irrespective of whether you are an entrepreneur or you have a background in business, or you are a lawyer, accountant, or any other field of your thought. In this session, we are going to also dive into the kind of companies that might even help you get kind of skills that you need. So today, I'm going to take you through a transition journey of my personal experience as an entrepreneur, and as over time I built businesses with no tech background before later I transitioned into a full-time tech software engineer. So we are going to also have our guest who is in our midst. His name is 𝗕cie𝗶𝗵𝗺. He is a chartered accountant and is also going to share his experience and journey with us. Don't worry, we are all learning. It's not going to be full authoritative discussion. We want to invite your opinion. We want to see how best you are also going in with your journey, so that we can all learn together. So let me quickly invite our guest here. His name is 𝗕cie𝗶𝗵𝗺. As I said, he's a chartered accountant and with a vast years of experience. So 𝗕cie𝗶𝗵𝗺, thank you. Welcome to today's live session.
Yes. Good afternoon to you and to our viewers around the world. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. So how has your day
Thank
been?
you. Well, as usual, just coping with life. We have things working the way we are planned, and it's a matter of just doing what you think you can do the best, and also do good things to ensure that you'll be able to achieve all your goals in life.
Well, that's true. So in this digital phase of our world where technology kept on skyrocketing at a
Mm,
faster pace, even those behind the tech
mm.
gurus are kind of surprised with the pace at which tech is now moving. What is your quick thought, your preliminary observations around the tech space and how businesses are also expected to evolve, irrespective of their background?
Yes, no doubt in our age now, the way tech is moving is even beyond the imagination of so many inventors. Those who even brought about uh, the inventions do not even think that it will move in that with that speed. So the world now is about technology, and it's technology which is ruling the world. It's either you get on the bus. The matter of individual or businesses who really wants to move fast in the world and up with the speed of how everything is moving, to be able to get on the bus of technology, so that they also be able to move at a faster rate, or be left behind in the darker age where still things are done sloppy, sluggish, without speed and without much information and innovation, and also be able to creativity, because this is now what we are seeing with technology. So if you get on the bus of technology, you'll be able to move fast, you'll be able to innovate, you'll be able to expand, you'll be able to do a lot of things that you could not do when you decide not to join the bus of technology. uh, if you ask me, there are some practical transition tips that whether individual or company that would need to adopt to in my journey of understanding how things are now moving, will be able to help whether an individual or company to be able to transition into a world of tech space.
All right, all right. So it's like you are just in my mind. You've started, and I'm kind of just curious to find out. Can you give us a more highlight on these practical skills?
Sure. I'll be more conversant, sorry, speaking with my line of profession, because I'm an accountant. So usually most of my examples will be actually going in the direction of accounting, but it is not peculiar to a certain sort of profession. It is applied to all professions that you happen to find yourself, or any business at all that if you happen to find yourself. Um, let's say you are an individual who have an aim of transition into the world of the tech space. Just as I said earlier about how fast the world of tech is moving, and anybody who wants to be up there in the world would also have to be part of the bus or be left behind. So it's a matter of you taking the decision that this is what I want to do. So if you are an individual who intends to be able to transition into the world of tech, already you've been doing your own thing in your corner, but it is important that you start solving little problem around you using technology. For example, if you used to do every work that you have manually, you write everything in your books. I told you that I'll be using accounting very much because that is my field.
Yeah,
If you
that's
used to be
okay.
recording everything manually, yes, if you used to be recording everything manually, you need to understand that you either have to get a software, account software, any software that will aid you to be able to automate your work. Instead of writing manually, you will be able to automate by adopting a sort of accounting software, or even if it is Excel that you are using, you can graduate it from, instead of writing it, doing it manually, to be able to, by the use of, how do you call it, Excel macros, you'll be able to automate your daily or routine work. Or you can also learn Power BI, because that is also something that you'll be able to help you to automate the work that you do. So by adopting some of these things, it would give you the opportunity to streamline your work, to be able to automate the work. The work, usually in our area of profession, let's say, for example, there's a transaction that you need to record. And in recording the transaction, you would have to, let's say, be able to write it to be able to cover both aspects of the transaction to ensure that everything is okay. In our edition, we have something we call, I told you I'll be using accounting terminologies frequently because that is my field. For every debit entry that you make, you must have a corresponding credit entry. That is the double rule of accounting. So in your normal way of recording transactions, you would choose to just write it once. But the moment you automate, one click will do all of that task for you. So can you imagine if you are writing one and you couldn't write the other, and something pops up? It means that will be hanging. And at the end of the day, your books will remain unbalanced. But if it is an automated thing, the moment you make a action is posted as the way it's supposed to be done. So it is something that you must apply if you want to move fast and if you want to catch up with what is happening. Even with, let's say, if you are a lawyer, if you are a doctor, you remember the end time that when you go to hospital, you need to queue up. A lot of queue, and something that could have been done in a matter of click, because it is done manually, a lot of time will be wasted. You can see recently hospitals that have are now those that have employed the work of technology. When you go there, you wouldn't be meeting so much queues like you've been seeing in the olden days. Those that are using the traditional method. So technology is here to make work easy for us. It is here to make work faster. It is here to make work so innovative for us. So anybody who intends to do that, the first,
your current skills that you have, or you just want to hustle, so you want to look for money online. So the transition, is it good for you to have a clarity of thought before transitioning into it?
is very, very necessary, because as you said, clarity of thought of what you intend to achieve, how to be able to go about things. If you would want to use it to make money, then you would have to understand that you have to learn it to a professional way, so that people can come and hire your service using technology, so that you'll be able to provide a lot of services for individual and SMEs that will need your help. And even online jobs that people always apply, part-time jobs, remote jobs, are all jobs that could be done when you have technology, when you migrate onto technology, and you'll be able to have this kind of exposures. So having a clear goal on how to go would actually give you a roadmap. Initially, I was speaking to somebody who is already in a profession like mine. I told you I'll be using accounting a lot because it was in my field. It's my field, actually. So if you have a clear roadmap, whether you are somebody who is literate or you are illiterate, like you don't have high education or you don't have a professional qualification, necessarily, you are not a doctor, an accountant, you are not a lawyer, you are not, you just have either a degree or even your SS liver. So you have to have a roadmap, an objective of, let's say, this is what I want to do. I want to learn it to be able to sell my services to others. Then it will guide you on whom to approach, where to get the knowledge, and how to go about it, because it's very, very necessary. So at the end of the day, you understand that what platform can I go and study? Who is available for to teach me the kind of skills that I want?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to put across?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So having a clear objectives would give you a roadmap, would even give you whom to approach to be able to get whatever sort of skills that you need. So it's very, very necessary to have a clear objective. But if you are somebody who is a professional, you still have an objective. You still have to make you still have to plan on how you be able to get onto the tech space. Because I was speaking to I was talking about somebody who is in a sort of accounting profession or any sort of profession. When you are already a professional, or you are in the field and you're already operating, and how you be able to transition from what you already know how to do into a tech space. But it is also, we are not always speaking to professionals or people that are already in a field. We are speaking to everybody, anybody at all who have the intention of filling up the tech space, because it is so big such that there is no enough people on the tech space, because everybody would have something to do if indeed you understand where you are going. But it is only when you don't understand what they're doing, that is where you would think that it is filled up, there are people there.
Because a lot of people have practical tech skills without the necessary certification. And even Google and Elon Musk has some time ago declared that he is not going to require a certificate before he gives you a job. So do you think that degree certification is becoming something of a thing of the past because of the current pace, and skill is something that is highly required by industries?
Yes, certainly it is. You see, the traditional way of doing things is to go to school, spend a lot of years, learn things that, sorry to say, some of them are not even practical now. Some of the things are theories that were developed hundreds of years ago, and which do not even exist again, but still the education system is still holding on to that. And as you rightly said, Elon Musk has understood that it is the secular education only expose people to some sort of knowledge. They just give you some you can any industry at all. But you go to our educational institution, they are still being taught there. So the skills are more important than anything. Tell me now, assuming you have a business right now and you are looking for somebody that would want to do online marketing, and there is somebody who is professional marketer and doesn't know anything about online marketing. Professional marketer can do the work very well for you, but in his own corner, he will not have the benefit of reaching global customers. But somebody who has digital skills, who understand marketing digitally, would be able to go global. So if somebody who has studied professional marketing in your field can only, let's say, have customers within your country, and somebody who can give you the entire world over 8 billion exposure. And if you really know what you are doing, of course, you have to go for somebody who will give you that kind of exposure, because the growth of your business would also be as a result of how many people, how many customers that you have. Assuming you have only one customer, and the customer only buys one thing, and you have an opportunity of having 1,000 customers, and these 1,000 customers will be able to buy the same thing that one person will buy. So the growth of your business would come from you being global, not being in your one corner and restricting yourself to of the so digital skills would not in fact it's not even comparable, because that has been the problem of our educational system. You would finish, and the only thing is you would have to go and be looking for jobs again, because we are trained to look for jobs.
Yeah.
Our educational system is training you to go and look for a job.
Yeah.
And even in our country, not only here, wherever you go, there are so many people that didn't even go to school, but they will end up employing the very people that are having the professional certification.
So this point that you just made reminds me of a certain story of some of our colleagues whom, after completion, as I said personally, I didn't start out as a tech guy. Yeah, hello Ibrahim Ayas. Yeah, hello Ibrahim Ayas. Are you with us? Hello. Hello. Hello, sorry guys, I think we've lost Ibrahim Anyas temporarily, and we will reconnect with him. But as we continue doing the discussion, so your current strength is really important when you want to transition into tech. You have to look at how you can be able to position yourself and align yourself properly. So, and also when you look at some skills like AI, which is the artificial intelligence or machine learning, needs months and sometimes even years for you to be able to master in it. But there are other like important areas that you can easily jump into it. Fields like WordPress or email marketing or even simple graphic design or even okay, I think we have Ibrahim Anyas now. So we lost Ibrahim Anyas temporarily and now we are able to have him online. So Ibrahim Anyas, are you here with us now? Hello, are you with us? Hello? So I think, guys, let's go back to the conversation. I think it's a network glitch. So we'll continue with what is going on. As I said earlier, in the course of the time, you have to always know where to properly align yourself. And don't worry, before you jump into tech, you have to know the kind of area and strength. No fancy laptop, no degree, no inside connection, just a cheap internet connection and a stubborn belief that you'll be able to make it and that I could be able to figure things out for myself. So I started small. I watched a lot of free YouTube tutorials on building websites, free code camp. That's my next build house. I went into free code camp. I learned a lot from there, which is a free resource tool that you can also use. And I also tap into the vast other platform opportunities like W3 schools. And I also use CS50, which is the Harvard Legend Computer Science Intro. So I tap into all these things to be able to learn and master all these skills. And jumping into tech is very important, especially in this time. You don't need any degree, you don't need any certification, you don't need any kind of setup to be able to make it into tech. I don't know whether we have Ibrahim Anyas back online. Ibrahim Anyas, are you here with us? Hello, Ibrahim Anyas, are you here with us? Hello? Are you with us? It seems we are having a connection issue with Ibrahim Anyas. So we'll continue with the conversation. So as I was saying earlier, I was able to jump into tech with no fancy laptop, no background, and no other opportunities that should have been with me. And it has been thing that I was able to really tap into it. I think Ibrahim Anyas is here with us. Let's see whether we can hear him. Hello, are you with us? Ibrahim Anyas, are you with us? Okay, so I think maybe it might be a network issue. So we'll continue with the course of the discussion. It is a wonderful and fruitful conversation that we are actually having. And as I was saying, so you continue to build up yourself without any fancy, but more importantly, you have to also have an learning curve. So you have to know if it's coding that you want to take seriously, you have to get the necessary tools and make sure you align yourself with the code in your area so that you'll be able to tap into the industry and learn much faster and deeper than you want. And you also have to know the earning pathways. Don't just ask, can this skill make me money? You should be able to know exactly how does money flow into these skills, whether it's freelance that you are looking for, whether it's jobs, or whether it's products that you should even consider. You should consider all those things whilst jumping into tech, because your ability to make something in as much as you are learning, is even much important than jumping into the learning skill. So for instance, if you want to learn just a website development and you started with the front end development, so when you learn skill in the preliminary stage like HTML and CSS, you should be able to start reaching out to your community and people around you to start building websites for them, even if it's as a small fee. That will motivate you to continue with whatever you are already doing. So try and start monetizing your skills once you are learning it, and this will keep you going far deeper and deeper. So you can run a quick search within your own environment. So if you are living in maybe Accra, Ghana, or you are living in US, or you are living in India, wherever your locality is, you can just run a quick Google search to look out for the businesses surrounding you. And this, you don't need any capital to do this. So when you run it, it will give you a list of all the businesses. You can list them and check out their location and approach these businesses individually. So when you approach them, you make your own proposition that you want to design a free template for them to have a look, and after that they can decide whether they want a website or not. And based on that, when you are able to provide them and they see the importance of having it, you can even highlight the importance of being visible online, how it can uplift their businesses and how it can make them make serious cash for themselves. I'm very sure that they will consider it being with you. So guys, it's not enough for you to be aloof and not take opportunity when it comes to tapping into this kind of digital space. Learning skill is much important, as well as you making money out of it. And in the preliminary stage, you should be able to start monetizing your skills whilst you are learning. And it will help you to keep you whilst in your toes. And you have to start building proof right now. So when you start learning, you have to be visible. And once you are visible online, you should start building proof by kind of showing some of your skills that you are learning, some of your learning curve, some of the areas that you had a challenge, the people you are able to link up, and that will take me to the next stage of having a mentorship. So you have to get a mentor who will direct you and be like a guardian to you, so that anytime you have any question, it's your go-to person that can easily guide you. And by having mentorship, it will be able to trim down the areas of wastages that you might have spent wasting and trying to figure things out on your own. A lot of us didn't start with mentorship. We have to learn the hard way, and thank God we didn't give up. So we were able to pick up and meet up the right thing that we should be able to do. And you should post your project irrespective of the thing that you are doing online. You can post it on LinkedIn, on Reddit, on GitHub, or Twitter, Facebook, or any other platform that you feel comfortable to post. This will make you much more visible, and this will make you much more visible to your people so that they will be able to see. So when people see your work, they trust your ability, and they see that you are not invisible anymore, and they are ready to invite you into your area of professions, so that they will tap in and get into your work that you are doing. And now is the part, the most important part is the conversion. Now this part is very key, and when someone comments, like, or share your post, send them a message. Don't just pitch and leave that like that. Send them a personal message that they will feel like, yes, this is someone that is connecting to us. And when they say, you can even say, hey guy, what's the biggest tech headache you are dealing with right now? Do you want any assistance? Or maybe if the person is into a business, you can just run a simple business drift, and that will help the person to also link up with you on a friendly note. And guys, I think jumping into tech is very important, especially in this our age. I don't know whether now we have Ibrahim Anyas. So let me see. Do we have Ibrahim Anyas back online? Hello, Ibrahim Anyas. Are you here with us? Hello? Hello, are you with us? It seems we still have a problem connecting with Ibrahim Anyas. So let's continue with the conversation. So if you also have any question in the course of this conversation, you can leave it in the comments section and I will read it out and we address it. And it's going to be a very important conversation that you should always consider. In this time, there's no time for you to waste. There's no time for you to keep on wasting, especially in this time that you found yourself. So I'm very glad that most of you are here. You are following us, and we are glad to always be here with you to keep assisting you when it comes to these skills that you need to learn. You don't need any fancy technology. You don't need any fancy degree or certificate before you be able to make it online. So don't post to impress people, post to help people. So I always advise people that make your content be a solution to people. You are not going to impress, but be a guardian to people, and in that you'll be able to convert those people into a real-time clients that you'll be having in the next time. So, and most importantly, as I was saying, when you approach these people, you'll be able to link up with them by just doing a quick Google search, businesses that are surrounding you, and approaching them with sample and template, and this will give you a quick look at how you are going to do things with yourself. So if you are listening, don't just let another year pass whilst you still think about it. This is the time for you to start. The tech world is wide open for people with no background in tech. So you need to take action. If you found value in this video, make sure to drop a comment and make sure to like this video, as we are going to keep on coming up with topics that will help you transition into the tech world. So find your area of strength, find areas that you think you are much more good at it, and you have to build your personality to fit into the tech space that you want to be, and let it be vibing with you naturally. Don't feel like you are rigid. Don't feel too intimidated to approach. Always be visible online and be ready to approach each and every one. So if you have any question too, you can leave it in the comment section. We'll cover it in the next live session. And this is Mubarick MD, is your TechHow-to channel. We are always glad to be here with you. We are always happy to have each and every one here. So thank you for being with us. Thank you very much, and see you at that time. Wow.